Okay. Hi, everybody.
Hi.
I am a student at Bennett College. I am a senior, junior major. Wait, no. I'm a journalism major, English minor. And y'all can do your intros or something like that. You want to go first?
Hi, I'm Quay. I'm a rising sophomore. My major is exercise science, and I go to Salem College in Winston-Salem, North Carolina.
Say your BSc position.
I am on the executive board of BSU. I am the community outreach coordinator.
Hi, my name is Jessia. My friends call me Jessie. I am a rising junior at Salem College. I major in mathematics and I minor in data science. Any board positions, I am the social media chair for the dance company. I am also going to be starting the debate club at Salem College, so like stay tuned for that. And yeah, just more stuff that I'm applying for, which you have to stay tuned for.
Yes, ma'am. And I'm also the vice president of the Green Team. Just wanted to add that in there. I recently spoke at the A&T Social Justice Forum, the DECA panel for teen entrepreneurship. And we're here to talk about our experience at all women's colleges. So, first question, why did you choose to go to all women's college?
Ooh,
Yeah, that's a good question.
I think I could start.
Yes.
Okay. I'm an international student from St. Lucia. I forgot to mention that I'm also the secretary of the international club. Oh my god. Shout out
This
to
is a
all my-
long list.
Yes, I'm an international student from St. Lucia in the Caribbean. Big up Julian Alfred. She won a gold medal in the 100 meters for St. Lucia. First ever gold medal. I just have to put that out there. I'm from the same island as Julian Alfred. So why did I choose an all-women's college?
Mhm.
So Salem College was the first college that I applied to when I started my applying colleges tracks. I'm a tennis player, and I played tennis, and my coach was like, "Hey, these are some schools I think you should apply to," and Salem College was one of them, and we had this little thing where we go to different hotels to play tennis, and I met some Salem College alumni, and I was like, "What is Salem College?" Like, oh my god, I had no idea what Salem College was, where it was at. I'm like, huh? And in the same breath, I also did apply to other women's colleges as well, like Agnes Scott. So it was more than one women's college as well. And at first I was very skeptical, especially my parents, because they were like, "Oh, it's an all girls school. Why does just even go to an all girls school? It's just a lot." So then I also did apply to the different colleges as well. But then I came back to my first decision of Salem College because I really love the STEM program, especially since I'm a math major and they pay so much attention to mathematics, specifically the professors Paula Young, and I love the outreach of Salem College. My coach Ed Steele, every day he was calling and was like, "Hey, are you coming to Salem? Oh my god, the people there were genuinely so kind and so nice, especially to me as an international student coming in for the first time." And I felt that there was such great reception, and it wasn't just that they were reaching out because they wanted you to come to school, or just out of "Oh yeah, you're applying, so we're sending you this generic message." It felt like we care about you as an individual, and we feel like you as an individual will do better and be a part of the holistic view of Salem College. And they genuinely wanted to make sure that you came, and there was a personal touch to it. My, at the time, the international student advisor Collier, she was phenomenal, and Emily. So just the connection that I made with everyone and how it felt home and safe, and just the attention to STEM and everything that made me want to come to Salem College, especially since I did engineering at a previous school, and it was engineering and STEM is kind of a male dominated field.
Mm-hmm.
And
Right.
that is another reason why I chose Salem College, because I think that I would have had equal rights or equal representation
Oh,
being
yeah.
with all women in STEM classes and sitting in classes, so that way I could be we all have the same goal, we all want to be in STEM,
Yeah.
and I didn't have to compete with guys, or guys taking my work and then taking
Yeah.
credit for my work to the professor, or guys You know, there was just a general preference towards the males, and I was like, if I go to Salem, I don't have to worry about that, and I could just be myself, a woman in the STEM field, playing tennis, and like just meeting great people as well. So that's why I chose Salem.
Good.
And I definitely resonate with the personal touch part. I've been in college, there was that same energy of me applying and professors reaching out and being like, hey, we see you're interested, and following up. So that energy extended even out after I applied, and I moved on to campus eventually after 2 years, because at first I was an online student, so I've had a very well-rounded experience of Bennett. But just to stay on topic of like why I chose Bennett, at first I was a middle college student, so I had my high school experience on this campus. I literally would walk around as like a 16-year-old, seeing the other college students, all the women, and being inspired by them. And like, okay, this is awesome to see. Like, I love seeing beautiful black women going into their classes, like seeing them study.
Yep.
Like, that inspired me as a 16-year-old. I was like, yep, that's what I want to do. And so I just followed that. I just continued to be at Bennett College, and I applied to Bennett College. I got a full ride, so I was like, well, the money's there.
Yeah.
I enjoyed the experience.
Graduating senior.
I'm
Graduating
graduating
senior.
now. So that was the original why I chose an all-women's college, because I just like being around women because they inspired me.
Oh,
In
yeah.
turn, I inspired them, and it's just like I learned so much. And then
Yeah.
plus, I did have 3 brothers. I still do have 3 brothers, and I was under them all the time. Like, we lived in a house, and I didn't really travel that much, so we were in each other's face, and we played a lot together. And so I was just like, I've been in an all-male environment for a long time. Plus, my mom and my grandma stayed in the house, of course. I was like, I want to be around women. Like, I didn't know what it was like to have a sister until like my younger sister came, but I still wanted like an older sister. So that was part of the why I chose Bennett College,
Gotcha.
to have that sister experience and then have that inspiration around me all the time.
I love that.
Yeah,
I love that. I love that. To answer your question, I actually, when I applied to Salem College, I didn't know it was all women's school.
Oh, that's
I
crazy.
did not know until I had like looked through the videos, like the welcome video and you know, stuff like that. And I was like, oh, this is all women's school. I thought it was really, really cool. But there was another reason why I did come, is because I just felt really welcome. Like, as soon as I stepped on campus, everyone was so welcoming and so vibrant around the campus, and I felt so welcome. And as well as got a full ride as well. Go where the money's at. Go where the money's at. I just really like love the overall experience, and also our school focuses on more of like health leadership and stuff like that as well. They inspire us to be like leaders and future educators and all that good stuff. So I really love that
And
about
so,
Salem.
with that, Salem, you found out last minute it was all women's college. So what? That didn't deter you? You were like, okay, it's all women's college. Do I want to stay, or was it just still like the money's there, everything's there, I'm gonna just stay?
I didn't think about that at first, like it being an all women's school. It didn't like push me back or anything like that. I was like, well, maybe this would be something different for me, probably very interesting. So I was like, might as well go just to see it.
That's it.
Yeah.
And so you talked about your school being focused on leadership, becoming a teacher, or what else?
Health leadership.
Health leadership,
Yeah,
yes.
leadership.
And so for us, I would say Bennett College is more focused on international citizenship.
Oh,
Real. I like that.
I
Yeah,
like that.
because
Here.
at Bennett we do free passports. Free
Oh.
passports, yeah. And we do a group trip to Morocco every year.
Wow.
Wow. Oh yeah, we need.
Yeah,
International students, you're hearing this, right?
right.
Right.
And
Listen, guys.
we have 2 foreign exchange students here that we host every year.
Okay.
And then we have 2 foreign exchange teachers that we host every year. And, we have a really strong study abroad program counselor. She sends us emails, scholarships. She keeps us up to date. And we're having another event, April 23rd. It's called the Cultural Expo.
Ooh.
So I would say,
we
like,
could come.
yeah. Salem is more focused on
Health leadership.
and if y'all could talk a little bit more of what that looks like, and Bennett College is more focused on international citizenship.
Your niece is also a health leadership. You're the exercise science major. Mine is just math. Okay. I would say, how would I describe health leadership? Because I am not in like, I'm a math major, so like I am not directly like involved in health leadership. But I would say like health leadership is sort of people who want to go into like the health industry, and it's just about defining you as a leader. Like we have different like conferences every year, like for health leadership, like Salem College Rise. Like we had what is a leader, how different aspects of being a leader, practicing like responsibility, and that's what we focus on this year as like a leader. Just like a lot of stuff, and like with Summer McGee, our president now, current president, focus so much on health leadership and being leaders in the health industry, and not just in the health industry, but being leaders in general, and showing that like a leader starts off with just you being yourself and having confidence in yourself. Confidence was something else that we discussed
confidence.
last year.
I was gonna tell you that too.
Confidence, responsibility, and what do you call it? The swag.
The swag one. Nah, it's not something.
It's okay. It's
If
okay.
it comes to my head, I'll say something. It comes to my head.
But these health leaders, they become the Salem scholars, and they get fully funded, whether that's like they do biology, health science, exercise science. Like no matter what it is, even like with my major in mathematics, I realized that I was like, how do I apply to health leadership? And then that's like I met Bioni over the summer, because my advisor was like, hey, there's this internship in like health informatics. I'm like, what is health informatics? I'm like, I don't know anything about that. I'm just going for like the programming and that's it. And I come in and we focus so much on health and epidemiology and like the social determinants of health. All of these stuff are what we're focusing on in health leadership and health advocacy. Like we have great professors like Dr. Robertson, like who are just like really phenomenal, and they teach you how to be a leader in the health focus as well. And I'm not saying that like Salem is like health leadership focus, because like we are a liberal arts school, but we try to focus on like health in like the different aspects of our majors, especially like in art, like art therapy as well. So like it's just health and different stuff, and yeah, like hopefully we can like bring the focus more than just health leadership and like highlight other stuff in other majors as well. But health leadership was just like the start of like something that Mickey wanted to try and like involve the
That was smart. One moment. Ben is rebelling right now.
Yeah, it's rebelling, but it's fine.
So I want to go back to when we first met.
Okay.
One moment, we gotta do reflection. Okay, so my experience of coming across this internship, very different. I received an email from the success coach at Bennett College, and it said something about AI. And I was like, I don't know what everything else on this little program means. Because I didn't know what coding or programming or like computers, health informatics. What? I didn't know what that was. And so I was like, I don't know what nothing is, but I'm going to just try it out because I'm interested in AI. And so I went, I was like, $2,000 stipend, sounds good. Somewhere to live for free, sounds good.
Yeah, to Chapel Hill.
And so I get to Chapel Hill, I meet Jesse, and I was just like, whoa, this experience of being around computer programming, health informatics, it's impactful, and it's in data science, most importantly, it's relevant in every area of study. And so we connected over a lot of that, and especially like just our day-to-day experiences at Chapel Hill, like going to the grocery store or
missing the bus.
So like at the very last moment of like our experience at the CHIP program, the Carolina Health Informatics program, Jessie had once said, like, she once again said that she went to Salem College, and it's an all-women's college. And I was like, what? I think we found out in the classroom.
It
I
was
was like,
the
what?
last week of school.
So we found out. I didn't connect the dots until last minute, and I was like, oh, we need to, like, do something. And so now we're doing something. But we're both liberal arts schools. We're both all-women's colleges. But one's an HBCU and one's a PWI.
Yep.
So how do y'all think that's different from, like, how does that enhance or make our experiences different? Yeah, in the most
60.
Okay.
Right.
Wherever y'all want to start.
I'll let Quiz start.
Okay. I was going well, first of all, HBCU, you're around people that look like you.
Right.
Yep.
PWI, you're around people that don't look like you. So you have different experiences. You think differently. So with someone who looks like you guys have the same struggles, the same challenges and stuff like that, versus a PWI, you don't. Which I think is really, really fascinating.
Okay.
Honestly.
Okay.
I think it's really fascinating. It's been cool going to PWI, I'm not gonna lie.
That's all?
Yeah.
Okay, so I don't feel really censored. Okay, I'm gonna just start with my HBCU experience and see if that like pulls anything up for a PWI experience.
Let's
so
see
being
it.
at okay, so like my only PWI experience was being at Chapel Hill, and like I noticed like the energy's different. Like everybody don't say hey, yeah, hey. Like here at Bennett College, everybody say hey. Like even we see the same people like every day, and we may see the same person in like the classroom or in the dorm room, and we don't just say hey to them once. We say hey to them like at least 5 times a day. And so we're consistently always building relationships with each other. Of course, there's downsides to HBCU. Like sometimes we're the first people to be defunded. Like with the DEI situation, like HBCUs are being targeted to be defunded. And so we're part of that conversation. In contrast to PWIs, the money's there, and that no one's really focusing on like being defunded. Like that's not a attack in a sense. But the community at a HBCU, I would say like here, everybody knows how to do hair. Somebody know how to do your hair.
That's true.
Somebody know how to do your nails. Somebody know how to do a wax. Like all the pamper women stuff. Like I don't know, like fashion. Oh, you need something? I got it. Somebody would text in the Bennett app, because we have a Bennett app. You download the app and you can just text, and everybody in the school gets it. And so sometimes they're like, hey, does anybody have an extra pair of socks or heels or something like that in a size 6? And they were like, yeah, I got one. Come to my dorm room. So that's the vibe. Like, I don't know
I feel
if
as
that.
if we have that kind of
Okay.
like in the cool group chats.
Yeah, you can speak more on that.
The cool group chats. Okay, tell me more.
So I would say like on your point with like specifically being black, and I'll talk about being black like as an international student in like a minute. It's specifically being black and like having someone to do your hair and do your nails and do all of that. Like it's very rare at a PWI.
Yes.
Very rare, and it's like such a struggle. And like even the people that you meet sometimes they're like, I don't know how to do hair. Like it's very rare. In a sense of like us wanting stuff and needing stuff from each other, there is that there. Because like in the cool group chats, like we have group chats, I'm the RA on cool. We have different stuff like, hey, does anyone have this? Hey, does anyone have that? Like, could we get this? Could we get that? Or like, we're selling this or we're selling that. And it would be sent out in like the group chats. Or you can just ask like one of your friends. Hold on. But I also think sometimes, especially being in a PWI, a lot of people are like scared to speak up because they don't know like what reaction that they might get from like people of like, you know, just in general, like people who don't look like us.
Yeah, no.
And that's very scary because you don't know how like all the interactions will be taken. And I would say like in the PWI, I have met people who are really, really nice. And I've also met people who are just really, really not nice. And that's not to say that like people who don't look like us are not nice as well. It's just like, it's just different, you know? And it kind of is like a struggle because like it's just different like social reasons, like different social cultures. And like that I would go to for me from the Caribbean specifically. Like growing up in the Caribbean, it's so diverse. We call the Caribbean like a melting pot of races. There's something called like a bouillon, which is like a soup. And it's like all the different like aspects of a soup. We call the people the bouillon because like all the different elements come together, all the different races come together to make one people. There's no like definition of like a race in the Caribbean. And when we see each other, we say, oh my god, like that's my friend. So I would see someone walking and I'll be like, I would tell you, like Beyonce said, I would tell you hi at least like 5 times in a day. I'll see somebody, I'll be like, oh my god, hi. And we go up and hug them and talk to them and like You know, that's that. Like, and but at Salem, it's not really like that.
It's like the vibes be off, if that makes sense.
Okay.
Like you can say hey to someone one day, and then another day they won't say hey to you, but they're wishy-washy.
Okay. Inconsistencies.
Inconsistency.
And like, I would say, like, if I was school, I don't know whether that's how your school. There's like a lot of drama that goes on. So like, let's say someone is like, or like the main spread of campus or main talk on campus is you right now. No one will talk to you, or like their friend group doesn't really like you, so they'll not talk to you. And that's not like everybody on our campus. Like, that's not everybody on our campus. Like, I'm saying that right now. But that is a good portion of our campus that will do that, and that is not very nice. And that goes like regardless of the race, because people do it regardless like of the race. It's just like I said, like very wishy-washy, very hot and cold.
Yeah.
It's like one day I like you, one day I don't like you. There's no
Yeah.
consistency with that. Even like when you say hi to people, you only tell people hi. I only tell some people hi once in one day. If I see you once one time, then I'll just say, oh my god, hi. And then I see you the next time, I'm like, okay, I've told you hi, so you're not gonna, like, it's just like that kind of vibe, like, you're not gonna tell you hi again, like, it's just very awkward. And like in the Caribbean, like if I see somebody 5 times a day, I'm like, oh, so like you follow me down the road, like what's your problem? Like, da, 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 da. Like, oh my god, like it's just, I would say like the Caribbean people are like very relaxed and like very chill, very bubbly, very bright energy. Always want to have a good time, always focus on the positive, and like, hey, I find sometimes people dwell a lot on the negative, or they just try to like look for drama, or like you said stuff like, oh, I don't like this person because they did this, and I'm not gonna talk to them because they did that. And I'm just like, okay, that's your problem. That's me. I'm like, that's your problem. In the Caribbean, we're like, okay, cool. In the Caribbean, my mom likes to say it like, oh, we fight, we resolve, we move on, and we have fun. Like, there's a saying in the Caribbean, don't let the sun go down and you're still mad with someone. I cannot stay upset with someone for more than 5 minutes. Because if you're upset with me, I'm going to be like, what did I do? And even if you're upset with me, I'm going to be like, the person will be like, hi. But like, that's in the Caribbean, that's back at home. But I won't do that here because it's like just a different cultural shock. Like,
It's a different cultural.
if I see the international students, oh, I will tell them hi. I'll be like, hey, and we all like, all the different cultures coming together. So sometimes you'd say hi, and then someone would be like, what did you say? And then this and that. Oh, that's how we do that in my country. That's how we do that in this country. And then we come back to them. I say something that they do in their country. They say something that I do in my country. So it's like very reciprocal. But hey, it's just what, even like friendships as well. Like, that's a whole other chunk of stuff. But
Right.
So I'm gonna add that the social climate at Bennett very welcoming, yes. And so as you matriculate, sometimes the hays aren't gonna always be there, but what's understood doesn't have to be said. Sometimes it's there, especially when you've already built a relationship with somebody. And so it depends on like where you are mentally. Because sometimes that person won't say hey, but they're like not having a good day.
that is true.
So that's definitely understandable. And sometimes they won't say hey because like they're busy. I know that's my case. No, Kat, please. And so going to HBCU, yeah, there's always a culture that's there that doesn't have to be like said, like I say. Also, the downside to that can be resources. Like resources in our system. Like sometimes it takes an email like 5 days to get a reply.
Oh, I applied to HBCUs. I know.
Like it takes forever to get a reply from somebody. And
Yeah, it
so
does take a hot minute.
PWIs, HBCU, they just got different systems put in place, and so that's why I really appreciate it. PWIs, like you'll definitely get your
Response in less than
Like,
24 hours.
yeah,
right,
less than
your
24
response.
hours.
But for over here, you good luck. Your response, you better just plan ahead. You
I
know?
applied to an HBCU, and like that HBCU, I got like a full ride. But part of the reason why I didn't go is because of like the response from the HBCU.
Please, HBCUs, get your response together.
So like
Yeah.
it was so slow, and my mom was like, "Okay, so if my daughter just dies or like something happens to her, I would not know what's going on, and like I rather send her somewhere where I know that I will get a reply like, bam.
Right.
He scared me. I'm sorry, I'm startled with you. And he really scared me.
The behind the scenes. I went off the record, guys. Am I spilling the tea?
A little bit. I mean, they want to know, so we're gonna tell them.
But I love our school. Like, not to say that there are no like not to say that people are not nice. It's just that the people that are nice outweigh the people that are like not nice. But the people who are not nice, I just don't like the fact that they continue to be not nice and like
Right, and not like do any character development.
That's my thing. Like, the people who are not nice are the minority, but like still,
So
it's unacceptable.
with that in mind, let's talk about like what is our most memorable experiences at our all women's colleges, and
That's hard.
something we just want to share. Maybe your favorite experience, something that changed the way you saw all women's colleges.
Ooh, we could do favorite, and we could do like a defining moments.
Okay.
One of my favorite memories is building like relationships with other people.
Okay.
Just like engaging with other people and having fun and going out and stuff like that. Not doing work 24/7. But also also having a good social life. So that's what I like about that.
And what's your major again?
Exercise science.
Exercise science. Okay. Homework is there.
Oh, me? Oh, I would say my favorite moment are the programs that Salem College has. Well, moment or moments, or the programs that I have gotten to be a part of as a student at Salem College, like, and not the internship so, but like the professors, like just the relationship dynamic with you and your professors. That's one thing that I am very grateful for. That's like one of my favorite moments. Shout out to Paula Young. Yeah, just like the care and emphasis on that. I really appreciate that relationship that I have with like all the staff, and I think that's like the main reason why I continue to like emphasize Salem College to students. I'm like the staff and like the faculty that you meet here and the professors, they genuinely care about you like as individuals, like they don't care about like you doing the work. They care about what you do outside of work, what makes you cry, what makes you laugh, what makes your day a little brighter, what doesn't. Like, they genuinely do care, and I would say that is like one of my favorite moments at Salem College.
Good. And speaking of faculty, one of my favorite teachers are here. Hey, doctors!
Amazing. Hi.
These are Salem College students.
Oh.
Hi.
Yay, Salem.
Yes. Are they still going to Morocco, Salem, and Bennett?
Yes.
Okay. Did you hear
I just
about
bought the plane ticket.
Woo!
We're going to Morocco.
This is for our faculty and staff Morocco trip. But eventually, maybe y'all go.
But got too excited. It's okay.
Charlotte Dale, Dr. Dale.
Oh, Dr. Bill,
Oh, I know
yeah.
her.
They say yes. Y'all gotta let her go.
Clarice Gallagher in the library.
Oh, I know Clarice, yeah.
Yes.
If you know Edwina, what is Edwina's last name? She's like a literature faculty member. Look at the cat.
That cat
He jumped on me. He scared me.
I think you're about to get some food.
Katie Manthi.
Love
Shout out to Dr. Manthi. Woo!
Woo. Shout out to Dr. O.
Woo!
Shout out everyone. Dr. Bookman, Dr. Hayes.
Coach Ed Steele. She's looking it up.
Yes. And so, my,
Janae Joyner.
Janae
Janae
Joyner,
Joyner, yes. We love her.
Katie Mandy, that's what.
Yeah.
they're going on Morocco trip.
Savita Krishna.
Oh, I know Dr. Krishna.
Oh, I do know
Biology.
her. She's the biology teacher. That's right.
Jamila Young.
Jamila Young. There's a advisor for BSU.
That is right. Yeah, I met her the other day. She's really nice.
Janae Joyner.
Oh, y'all got a lot of people coming to the trip.
Okay.
That's cool.
Awesome. Okay, well, we're going to conclude our video so that we can help. I think they're going to do something in the garden. Do y'all want to help in the garden?
I don't mind.
Okay. Yeah, and then if anyone else comes out today, we'll continue our talks. But just to conclude, before we wrap up, I want to share my experience of what was pivotal for me at Bennett.
Defining moment.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
defining,
defining moment.
defining moment. There was an all women's panel right here, and everyone was dressed in pink. So imagine all these women in pink and browns, and so they were all women who were like 40 plus, and they were talking about like their experience and like what womanhood meant, and just the things that they learned, and just seeing that, I just felt like, I don't know, I felt like I was getting all the advice from my big sister, you know. So that was recent. That was recently at the Wellness Pods. It was a women empowerment event. And of course they were talking about women empowerment and like mental health as a woman and working and having children and all those types of things. And it was inspirational to me because I saw myself in those women. I saw myself as the entrepreneur, as the person who owns a business, someone who's handling life in the driver's seat, okay? And I'm not being passive and letting people tell me what to do. I'm telling them what to do. So that was a pivotal moment for me because it inspired me and motivated me to keep going with what I desire. And this moment is pivotal for me because we said we're going to do something and we did it.
Real.
Okay, and that's enough for me. And this is a beautiful thing because Salem and Bennett College have not collabed in a very long time. Like the last time they collabed was probably in the 1900s.
Wow.
1900s, early 2000s, and it's 2025. So I'm very lucky to have this experience. And then later on, they're having a Morocco trip with the faculty and staff. So Bennett students, Salem's college students, let's collaborate more.
Yes.
And let's learn from each other. Do y'all have any closing words you want to say?
Defining moment, something close with.
Funny moment.
I could go first. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, think about your defining moment. That's a lot to think about for
That
you
is a lot.
specifically.
Actually, I do have one. Speaking of it. So Salem College, we do like Big Little. So like there's a junior that does big, and then a first year that does little. And I think that's very important for them to do Big Little because it allows us to, meet other
Big little
people.
co-chair.
Yes. Shout out to the co-chairs. And it allows us to have like meaningful like talks and be there for one another and not make sure that we're talking and collabing with each other to make sure we're mentally well, they're mentally well, and just having fun and having good meaningful relationships and friendships. Yeah.
Shout out to Quiz Big. I said like your Big's name up.
So I didn't know that y'all did Big and Little. Bennett College does Big Littles too. So I think this is all women's college experience.
I think
out
this
here.
is a woman's thing.
Oh, my defining moment and closing
Yes.
remarks. My defining moment would be the connections that I made. I say that like people come in your life for like a period of time, and like friends are like seashells, and like you collect them manually, and the ones that like stay are like the diamonds, and like they stick with you through like the rough times, because like diamonds are like unbreakable, so like friendships are like diamonds. And I would say like especially like after this semester, I genuinely believe that like I found my diamonds. My friends, love y'all. I was gonna do this, but I did this instead. My diamonds. Like my diamonds, like my
Quotation
diamonds. Yes. Yeah, the connections that I made, like people come in your life for a period of time. Some people are meant to come and some people are meant to go, and you learn different things from these relationships that like you have built over time. Like you said, like your bigs. I'm very grateful for my bigs. My bigs have left me. Well, not technically, they're graduating. But anyways, I I'm very grateful for the connections that I made. Connections with Dione, that like a diamond. That like we never lost contact with each other and kept talking to each other, and we're here now. Queer, also a diamond, always keeps it real with me every time. And like all my other friends who are diamonds, like everyone in general, like especially through the rough times, you lean on everyone. And that's why I say like people come and go. The people who are meant to stay with you will stay with you, and the people that will leave you will leave you. And I'm very grateful for the people who have stayed and like supported me as a friend. And I have leaned on that support multiple times this semester, and in the past too, just for me to like be okay. So the defining moment would be like my friendships with people and like just loving them unconditionally. And what?
Yes. Keep going.
Oh, and loving them unconditionally. You know, they can do wrong, they can do right, but at the end of the day, we'll still be friends.
And I'm so glad you said that because, yes, I agree to that. And then plus, my defining moments was studying abroad, being at Chapel Hill. Okay, going to Madrid, Spain, going to Rabat, Morocco, going to Chapel Hill, North Carolina.
Meeting Vioni.
Okay. Going to conferences.
Yeah.
Like, okay, I'm trying to get it all out while I'm here. Meeting my boyfriend here.
Shout out to her boyfriend.
Meeting all my friends, being a part of the Green Team, a sustainability club, like the garden right in front of me, being a part of that experience, winning a bunch of Kate Spade bags. I love that. Winning a free laptop. Okay, now just I'm saying everything. Yeah, traveling, and then also being an online student was a beautiful experience for me. And then my first year moving on campus, staying in Myrna and staying in the honors. I stayed in both dorm rooms. I stayed online for 2 years, and I moved on campus for 2 years, and I studied abroad for 2 years. So I love it, you know. So I love my experience at Bennett, and that was my closing remarks. Jessie inspired me, so I had to say so.
She topped it off. I was like, they found a woman, my friends that are diamonds, and she's like, I did this, I did this. Oh my god. Okay.
I was excited.
Let me do my shout out. Shout out to the international students. Keeping it real. CISA, make sure you come to our cultural event dinner. Shout out to campus activities board. That was a defining moment because that's where I met all my friends through Cav. I met Quay. Shout out to the Salem College tennis team.
Yeah.
You know, these are my goals. You know, we stick to it freaking thin. Oh my god. What else I have to shout out? I don't know. Shout out to Paula Young.
Yes.
Dr. Young. Keeping it real. I love that woman with my life. My parents. Yes, my parents. Yes. My friends be like, oh, you said this person, but you didn't say us first. Shout out to like everybody who gave me the opportunity and believed in me.
That part. Yes. Shout out to everybody who gave me an opportunity.
Yes.
Everyone who gave, the person who read my application, who sent me to Chapel Hill.
That part, that was
Addie.
Yeah,
shout out to Addie, Abby, Pamela.
Addie, Abby, Pamela. Yeah.
Like, shout out to the people who gave me my internship this summer.
Right.
Like,
shout out to the people.
Anyone who has given me an opportunity, or anyone I have encountered.
Yes, that part.
In general.
Yep.
Like, thank you so much.
Yes,
every interaction, I have learned so much from you and your presence, good or bad.
Yes.
Good or bad.
I've learned everything I've learned from the good moments, and I've learned from the bad moments. So like, I'm very grateful.
I second that.
And shout out to my bigs as well.
Yeah.
That's my big.
And Alton, and Emily, and oh my god. Okay.
Wait, do you have any shout outs?
Faith.
Yeah.
I'm gonna let you shout out Faith because that's your big. I'm not taking the thunder.
Shout out to Miss Kiss.
Yeah.
Shout out to Sonya. She give it real. Shout out to Dr. Katie Manthe.
Yes.
Shout out to BSU for giving me the opportunity to be your community outreach coordinator for the 2025-2026 year.
Oh, shout out to of Salem College students who voted me as SGA Judicial Council Chair.
Yes!
I have to say that.
That's a long title, but yes!
Yes, yes.
And okay, Quay, back on your shoulder.
Yeah, yes, do.
Shout out to Jacia.
Oh, thank
Tony, yes.
Shout out to everyone watching.
Yes!
Love you
Shout
guys.
out my dad for driving.
Yes!
So, thank y'all so much for tuning in to this broadcast.
Oh,
This-
shout out to Kafai and Kayla. Oh my god.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
I'm gonna.
You want some more?
None that I can think of, and if I didn't think of y'all, I'm
put
so
them in the
sorry. Like all I think of
We'll put it in the
first are like
captions.
international students. Like I'm like, once I say international students, are good because like I thought of BSU, but I'm like, let me let Quay do that because like Quay, everything I thought of some things I'm like, Quay, I can decide on Quay. I was like, BSU, no, that's Quay. Quay, that's Quay. And like, what other clubs I want to shout out? Debate club.
Model UN.
Oh, shout out to
Model
Model
UN.
UN. Shout out to my co-delegate, head delegate Lydia.
Yes.
Thank you for keeping me mentally sane. Dream Model UN.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, shout out to Dr. Silwal as well. Oh my God, I love that woman so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So yeah.
Yes.
And shout out to Bennett College.
Oh, yes.
Yes, that's a
Yes.
good college.
And shout out to all those, you know who you are, who helped me get here, helped us have this
Shout out to
moment
Ed
in
Steele.
life.
Coach Ed Steele, tennis.
And Coach
Yeah.
Ed Steele.
And
Jessica,
Coach-
a list. We need to put in the captions. And
Uh,
so we're going to conclude this. This has been a 41-minute conversation.
Yeah.
I hope you all enjoyed our emails and social medias will be down below if y'all want to do another collab or you just want to ask us questions about our all-women college experiences. And if you enjoyed this, please like, comment, and subscribe and share it with your friends. All right, bye.
Bye.